Miracle is like one of my favorite songs, and it's so relevant. Anyways, our next open mic, thank you also so much for reading our open mic. Our next open micer is an ice cream regular. It's my pleasure to welcome her pretty much to every ice cream. So I'm going to do it again. Allyson.
Thank you. I pretty much always read poetry, but I took a really cool essay class in my MFA this semester, so I'm going to read the first two sections of a long essay I wrote called No Ordinary Spider. She arrives on July 20th. I go outside to water my mint, and a web nearly 2 feet across reveals itself to me. The zipper running up the middle announces her identity. Although I've never seen an aragope with my own eyes, I've encountered enough photos to recognize her. She's almost as big as my thumb, and though I know she means me no harm, her size makes me nervous. The fear comes from more than just her girth. She is black and yellow like the wasps that have terrorized the corners of my roof, gone so far as to build nests in my mailbox every year. Yet she intrigues me. The more I remind myself she can't hurt me, that she won't even try as long as I keep my distance, the more curious I become. She does not reciprocate, despite the fact that I'm separated from her by at least 18 inches of greenery. The second she deems me too close, she shakes her web so as to scare me off. The old adage, an animal is more afraid of you than you are of it. My bedroom, as it turns out, is a better place for watching. The windows run all the way to the floor, so I can crouch at the foot of my bed and stare without disturbing her. Behind the glass, I'm closer than I could ever get through the bushes. With only 8 inches between us, I can see how the yellow and black stripes on her abdomen look soft. I imagine that if I were able to run my finger across her body, the texture would be the smooth but slightly stiff feel of crushed velvet. The summer she spins her web between a patch of helmet flowers and my bedroom window is the 3rd summer I have lived at the house in East Austin. It is the only summer I have not had a wasp problem. People ask if I have named her. I know better than to name wild animals. I already know how this story is going to end. Part 2. The first egg sac appears August 24th. I come into the bedroom mid-morning to see it clinging to my window, secured by a thick layer of silk. I feel as though I have been given a gift. The sac is the size of my eye, the shape of a gargantuan tear, mostly tan with bits of darker brown and black. It occupies my attention for days on end. I have never seen an egg sac in real life, much less a few inches from my bed. The second egg sac appears on September 12th. In a way, this one is more a surprise than the first. I never thought a spider would lay more than one. Yet here it is, nearly blending with the faded brown paint on the side of the house, covered in sticky webbing. On October 6th, I return from walking the dog, and as I look into the yard to make sure she's still there, I notice the web is empty. Fearing she's dead, even though I've known all along how this story is going to end, I hurry to my bedroom window where I can get a better angle of the web. My fear becomes exhilaration when I realize she is on the window, putting a protective web around the 3rd egg sac, just a few inches below the first one. As I park myself on the bedroom floor to watch her, I notice how hard she works. I think she must be tired, and then wonder if I'm anthropomorphizing her. But the egg sac is wider than she is. Certainly, she had to expend a great deal of energy to make it. Plus, a window is not an ideal surface. During the 30 minutes I spend watching her, I notice how frequently she struggles to grip the glass to get secure footing. Her legs thrash and flail, and I wish there was anything I could do to help. Of course, she has a mission, and she will not be deterred. The tiny spider does not need the assistance of my huge, ungainly hands. I wonder if this is how all mothers feel sometimes, suspended from a strong but thin rope, scrambling to find purchase on a dirty pane of glass.